pupil in a primary school. But out of that, in class, when I counted, I found 705 pupils in the class. This must stop. The headmaster was arrested. We presented him to police. A statement has been taken by State House Anti-Corruption and the lawyer of anti-corruption. I want to thank the DPP for his prompt action. He has allocated a special DPP for the cases in Bugisu and Busoga as regards to the report that we shall generate after our inspection. We have now covered the three districts. Busoga will go back, but now I want to focus on Bugisu. Yesterday I was joined by the Honorable Minister. Actually, in Imbale still we had a district council. At the district council, we resolved that we should curb all elements of corruption. And the district leaders, we told them, you can't have someone in an acting capacity at the district for 9 years and is not qualified. So the time is now to advertise all positions of acting capacity in Bugisu, so that people, substantive people with integrity, can take up these positions. So the DHO is suspended, the DEO is suspended, the inspector of school is suspended. Further, the other person who will be suspended pending investigation is the CFO, the one in charge of making payments, and the person who makes reports that this road has been made, a bridge has been built, and government loses money. This must stop. I want to thank the Honorable Minister of Labour, Honorable Simon Mulongo, and my sister, Honorable Lydia Wanyoto, who joined me at the district, because earlier in the day they had other functions with Omukuka and the General Tumukunde to do with the cultural institution. So when they joined me, we agreed in principle, all of us anonymously, that corruption in Imbale is at another level. It is not now not only Imbale. The level of corruption has gone beyond. So at a military school, a primary school aided by the military, the DEO approached a new warrant officer to give him 2 million on every release he make. Failure, he will not cooperate. He told our chieftains of military intelligence staff working at the school as a headmaster that you are now our traffic officer. All primary schools subscribe. So whatever money we send to these schools, they pick 2 million to support the DEO's activities. Why? The DEO is funded by government. Why should the DEO also be a thief? So we concluded in Bale, the investigation are ongoing. The DHO and all the other people were arrested. They have been given a bond pending the conclusion of investigation, which will conclude this very week. We are not going to take long on investigation. We moved to Bulambuli with the Honorable Minister Simon Mulongo. Honorable Justin Namere joined in yesterday as well. But before going to Bulambuli, we met Omukuka, who blessed us. Omukuka, who blessed us. When Omukuka intervened, he blessed us and said he's against corruption in Bugisu. Bugisu has lagged behind because of corruption and the impunity and the stupidity and the failure of the leaders and at all levels to do their monitoring role. So monitoring is not a role of a minister. A minister should do an oversight. But when I come to an area and I get disappointed, as if we don't have LC1, LC2, or LC3, they end up asking for motorbikes. This issue of asking for facilitation, asking for council sitting allowance when you are not working must stop. All payment now must be based on improvement of service delivery. So from Umbale we went to Bulambuli. In the Bulambuli I was astonished. I saw a bridge built at a cost of 500 million. But instead of using Adikoa, they brought black soil. They connected a bridge with the black soil. After putting black soil, they measured the bridge would be 20 meter by 12 meter. When I went on venue to measure, I found 10 meter by 7 meter, implying they had eaten half of the bridge. And the bridge was transferred to a dry land, and then they brought a excavator to create a channel through the dry land, leaving out the existing channel. So now, in Bulambule, I got shocked. I went to a health center where I found a toilet built at a cost of 73 million, but without a pit latrine. But the structure is built that this is a toilet, and it cost a taxpayer 73 million. Now the head of that hospital, I asked him to be investigated, and the town council engineer to be investigated and arrested, and the town clerk who participated in that process. Then from there we proceeded to a secondary school owned by the sisters. That one, the numbers given to us as government, we counted. I want to thank the sister of that St. Peter's School in Bulambuli, who had accurate numbers in class, as well as accurate numbers given to Minister of Education. So I want to thank them for being the most transparent school in Bulambuli. We went to see the roads. When we went to the road, we found red soil. Red soil. They had put red soil. Not black soil, not malam, but red soil. So I called my colleague, Honorable Minister of Works, Honorable Freddy Byamukama, to send a team of engineers to pick some of the soil. So the samples have been picked. They are now running in a lab in Kampala and our lab at Makerere to ensure that that soil is soil, and they confirm it is ready soil and what fertility it has, which crop can grow well. It is not meant for a road. And thank God it rained, and Honorable Mulongo's shoes got stuck in the mud. I asked Honorable Mulongo, can Maram hold your shoe? So Bulambuli is at an unprecedented level. We went to a health center, built at a cost of 640 million. The doors, they put plywood. Electricity is lacking. Solar panels are lacking. It's pathetic. But the time of stealing government money has come to an end, and that time is now. I appeal to all leaders at all levels, account for whatever is being done in your local government. The Mbale team, the Bulambuli engineer, confirmed that, Honorable, I'm not alone who eats this money. Even that new chairman has his personal assistant who was in the car of the chairman. When he heard that, the chairman, he notified his person and he ran away. So that person, we're also searching for him. In Mbale, at the district, the DO said he had lost a son in Mulago. I called Dr. Byanyima in Mulago to confirm if there was any death of a kind. Dr. Byanyima confirmed the last 4 days they had not had a loss or a death in Mulago. Instead, the man was at a lodge. So I want to thank State House Anti-Corruption and Uganda Police and the CID who intercepted the man and arrested him. So now he's at police, pending transfer to Anti-Corruption in Kampala, where he will be charged formally either on Monday or Tuesday. Now, this is a warning to everyone. Several people are calling me to assist their friends who have been arrested or are implicated in corruption. Just be aware, I have a gadget. The CDF gave me a gadget that records your movement as you approach me, and at a distance someone is taking your video, and whatever you speak with me is being recorded. So I will use that information before even we prosecute the other one to take you to court. I am not taking any bribe, and I don't need to have any mercy on anybody. The time of people hating us, the reason we did a research why people hate NRM in some places, it is because of service delivery. The leaders sit at the district and share money openly. The Bulambuli engineer informed us, Honorable, let me take you to a hospital built by the personal assistant of the chairman. That hospital, we paid the 640 million, but the job done is less than 400 million. So that man will be arrested, and he has to fix all snag report. And also he has to inform us why he did a bad job. Why is he doing a bad job when the government has paid? 2, why do internal auditors at the district and cows make Minister of Finance pay people who have not done their job? So corruption, we shall investigate the people paying the CFOs, the cow, and everyone. Since I started my visit, we have now caused a change of 4 cows and 4 returning office, 4 town clerks, and we shall not stop at that. Now the issue of transferring you from one district to another, we are going to stop that. If I come to Arua and I get you in a mistake, you will leave the service. They will investigate you, take you to anti-corruption. We get a substantial person whom we shall call a cow. The time of cows milking people. The people are supposed to milk the cow. But again now the cow is the one milking the people. The cow is supposed to be milked by the people. But the cow is milking the people. So I'll ask my elder brother, Honorable Mulongo, whom I'm with. But before I ask him to speak to you, and I will come back after for a few questions, I want to inform you that next week we are still in Bugisu. We don't want to jump from one sub-region to another. We want to focus on one sub-region. Next week on Thursday we shall be in Namisindwa, which is also a center of corruption. On Thursday, on Friday we shall come back to the city, here in this city, and in Mbale we shall combine both of them Thursday and Friday, and we shall hold a public rally on Saturday. The time of corrupt at cricket ground, the time of stealing government money must come to an end. I want to thank Omukuka for coming out clearly to say he wants service delivery in Bugisu. Imagine someone was given money to hit a stone, 40 million. When we reached the stone exists, but 40 million was paid by Minister of Finance. Who approves this payment? Why are we stealing in broad daylight? Stealing must stop. Stealing must stop. I have a clear direction from the president and a directive and power, an instrument from the president to sort local government. And my chairman in the Patriotic League of Uganda, General Mose, says, I have all the security I need to do my job. And the general says he is also tired of people stealing and making Ugandans suffer at the cost of a few elites at the district. So General Moses' idea is we should not close our eye when someone is stealing. We should do jail, prosecute, investigate, chase away those people from service. And we get new young people who can work, elderly people who can guide us. Thieves, your time in local government has come to an end. Any district, prepare. Make sure your teachers, your students are the correct number you gave education. If you stole 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or 4 years ago, we shall recover that money from you. For only one school called Naiku, government of Uganda loses every year 54 million on ghost students. 54 million on ghost students. In Mbale district, there are 69 schools. 54 million times 69, how much is that? Close to 3 billion in one district. We have 146 districts and 10 cities. How much money is government losing on ghost students and ghost pupils? The time to steal has come to an end. And vomit what you have stolen. Over to you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. You are live. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister Balam, and the Honorable Namere, who is not here, and the Honorable
will be joining us.
Who will be joining us any time from now, and the Honorable Anyoto, who was with us the other day, for this campaign that you have embarked on in Eastern Uganda, and we're happy here because it is started with Eastern Uganda. I was telling some audiences that in 2000, the Honorable Bidan Selinden, the Minister of Local Government, graded Bugisu as the most corrupted district in Uganda. And I thought that since then, things had improved in a way. But actually, with this movement across the region of Bugisu, we discovered that actually there has never been an improvement, except it's even worse. Because what he's mentioning to you is just a tip of the iceberg. It means that the system, even below, is much more rotten than we see on the surface. And this to let you know that this open movement by the leadership is not necessarily sweeping 100% the corruption in the region. We know that we're going to leave behind a mechanism with the support of the anti-corruption unit of State House to continue following up cases, and even those cases we're not able to see or to be told by the population. And those cases will be dealt with to the bottom of it conclusively. And for that matter, as you said, the issue of the corrupt in this sub-region is on a calendar, and the time is ticking. It will be rooted out completely. I want to also say that the communities have been very, very helpful. We're using popular sentiments, popular complaints from the communities who are the victims of this vice, and themselves have been able to give us the names, the dates, the amounts of money, the mistreatment, the issue of abuse of office directly. And we have huge record that we have collected. And that means that what he's just mentioning is just but a few examples of what we're dealing with in the sub-region. The third one is that the people themselves, the officers, not everybody is corrupt. We still have some people who are good, who have been able to give us information and will continue to give us more information about the corrupt. These people are organized, they are syndicates, and they work together in collusion to make sure they beat the system. And that's, as he said, we're going to look at the entire cycle, from the budgeting, from the work plans, all through the implementation, whether procurement of services, of personnel, of goods, of services, and then how they were procured, and then the implementation. And implementation, where we see that the choke point is the people who get the money through, approved and authorized, have collusion with those who plan. And as such, this is where we see the choke point, where the money is released and does not reach the beneficiary, or it goes only in part. Look at the PDM. People are supposed to get a net of 1 million shillings. they get between 970 and 600,000. So can you imagine, 600,000, they've taken off the entire 400, or 700, they've taken off 300, or 800, they've taken over the 200. And as such, the desired end state of the PDM will not be realized. And others are going to the extent of now giving out money to people outside their jurisdiction, from another parish, and others are doing it from another sub-county, others are doing it even from another district, because they know in your own parish you're going to make noise. You report to them. So they get somebody from another district who will not make noise. Others take people's identity cards and use them to obtain money, and these people get nothing. They tell them, oh, this time around you're not successful, only to cross-check that those people use the IDs of applicants to obtain money. And I can tell you that this is a tip of the iceberg, because we're not doing 100% audit, we're doing quick checks, but only to give us indication that the thing is more serious than it is. So for that matter, I want to say the Honorable Balaam is the rightful cadre for this, because one, he's swift, secondly, he's intelligent, thirdly, he's very clever, and fourthly, he sees beyond the ordinary lines. He looks between lines, and he can tell there's something.